Hey everyone, I picked up my other 2017 Hobie Pro Angler 14 from Summit Sports yesterday. Picked this one up in Camo. They didn't have any left in Dune right now, and it was going to take a few weeks to get one in Dune, so I settled on Camo. I don't own anything Camo, so I'm going to have to get used to this. I'll give you a little quick walkthrough of the Hobie Pro Angler and give you some ideas of what I'm going to be doing with this one. I'm going to change the setup just a little bit compared to my Dune version. Stand by.
Whoa!
So Hobie replaced their green PAs and Outbacks with this camo color. So the green is no longer an option, just the camo, and it's about, I think it's about $150 upgrade for the camo color. I guess maybe some of the outdoor enthusiasts were complaining that they needed something to match 90% of their wardrobe, so Hobie came up with camo for them. Other than that, there's not really much difference in the camo from the others. The Hobie, different color, different font. The Mirage Drive pads are in sort of a camo motif, as well as the pads on the deck have also been changed to this camo color. Other than that, there's no real difference than any other PA. So if you've seen my other video on my Dune PA 14 and how it was set up and then the things that I've done with that, there's not going to be too many changes. Still going to be running the Power Pole micro anchor. Still have an anchor trolley on the side, and I'll still be using the Anchor Wizard for the deeper water in the same configuration that I've set it up on that one. So that hasn't changed much. Decided to give Yak Power a try. They've got a wiring system that's designed for kayaks with the switch panel. My main thought was on this is that their switch panel looks like it will fit into, I can place it in the bucket and be able to lift the bucket in and out without modifying it like I did in the previous one with the switch panel. So I'll let you know how that goes. Right now they don't have a USB setup separate from it. They sell a battery pack that has a power switch. It comes in something like a Pelican case, and I think you can get up to 3 9 amp hour batteries in it, and it has a built-in USB port similar to this. I'm not going to go with that configuration because the battery pack isn't going to be handy close by for me to charge anything I want. Like I said in my previous videos, I keep my cell phone and my iPad inside the hatch bucket, so that's why the USB port's in here, so I can keep everything charged up. I do a lot of sonar logging and Sonar Charts Live with Navionics, so my iPad's in here running this Navionics app in the background while I'm out fishing, which is tethered to my Lowrance units. So Yak Power has a bunch of little plugs and what have you to configure how you want. They do sell yellow, green, I think that orangey yellow lights as well. but they don't sell any white ones right now. So I'm going back to these lights, which I did on my last kayak, and setting them up. Yak Power, when I asked about white lights, they said they're coming out with a 12 millimeter button style light that will work with their system. So we'll see how that works out. One of the main things is the sort of that center controller, I guess, main hub where everything plugs into. Everybody gets their power from there, I guess, and then goes over to the controller switch panel. I guess it is five switch panel. The other thing that we've gone to with this one, we are going with the new Lowrance Carbon 9 with 3D StructureScan. The BerleyPro came out, as my previous video, came out with a mount for the 3D StructureScan transducer. It's a little bit bigger than the total scan transducer. It's a little bit taller, so they had to come up with a new one for that. Also going to be using .1 system, Lowrance Point-1 system. I've found a lot of times when we're doing drifts, or if I'm working a certain drift in an area, it's always hard to get yourself reoriented back to your trail that you're going. The good thing with the .1 is it's once it's configured and everything else, your pointer, or your I guess your boat icon on your system, on your Lowrance unit, is always pointing where your bow is pointing. So you always know which way you're pointed anyways. So I'm going to add that. The other issue with the 3D StructureScan, they utilize a hub system, which the 3D transducer, which controls the 3D down scan, side scan, that plugs into a hub, and for your sonar it's a separate transducer. So my first thought was, how am I going to figure that one out? I don't really want to hang another transducer off the side, like I went back to the days of old when I was using the transducer and StructureScan transducer. But then I thought, the good thing is sonar shoots through the hull very well. So I'm going to mount the sonar transducer inside the hull. Probably going to use some marine goop and get it in fastened in there, and just shoot through the hull on that, and that should do perfectly fine. My first Pro Angler was 2012 version, which did not have the Lowrance ready scupper holes, so I had the transducer mounted in hull and shot through the hull with that, and no problem with that whatsoever. So I'll still get the temperature readings off of the 3D transducer, so my temperature readings will be fine. In order for the 3D StructureScan transducer cables to work, as you see in one of my previous videos, we have to change this wiring hole to the new 3-way bigger ones. The 3D StructureScan has that splitter, which is over an inch big, over an inch, so it won't fit through the old hole. But that's an easy conversion, and actually it's a better way of doing things. If you ever had to reach back there and undo that nut a number of times to change your transducer line or get one in there, you know how much of a pain it is. So this new 3-way just got the 3 screws that screw in and out, makes it easy. I got got some of the Yak Attack mounts to mount the Anchor Wizard crank on the H-rail. For whatever reason, it appears that Yak Attack no longer makes these gear track bar clamps. Can't find them on their site anymore, and I got these through Summit Sports, which came through ACK, and they're no longer available through them either. So I think Yak Attack might have stopped producing these, so which is too bad because the system works out great for mounting the Anchor Wizard on the rail. Maybe the guys at Anchor Wizard will come up with something similar. And of course, the cameras and everything else mounts are all going to be Rams again.